Welcome to Intro to Linux, where we're going to be covering some essentials in the operating system of Linux and how to get started. So, assuming that you've never used Linux before, we're going to be starting there and really from the ground up start to get some of those fundamentals down, some of the muscle memory that is required to learn and use Linux. So let's go ahead and do an overview of what we're going to be learning. We're going to start with an initial install. So assuming that you don't have Linux installed, we're going to start there, and we're going to be using these two tools here with the downloads linked, VirtualBox and Vagrant. And this just allows for a faster setup and not as tedious as the other approach of using virtual machines. So from there, we're going to be covering some essential commands around the file system. So commands such as ls, cd, pwd, and many more. But the idea is we're going to be learning how to navigate the file system, how to check what files we have, what our current state is in our file system, since we're going to be doing this through the terminal and not the traditional point, click and drag way of doing things, right? So in this terminal only setup that we're going to be having Linux with, it's going to allow us to learn that way and really get those fundamentals down. From there, we're going to be covering some productivity tips. So how to get the most bang for your buck at the command line. Things such as tab autocomplete, where you can hit tab and it'll complete the rest of your command. And aliases, where we're going to be going into detail on that, how that can save us time. From there, we're going to be learning these security concepts, such as permissions and access, why they're so important, and then sudo versus superuser, right? These two commands of sudo and su. Then we're going to finish off with man pages on how to get help on a command. So if we don't know how to use a command or we've never heard of a certain command, we can use the man pages and get help on how to use them. We can also look for examples on specific use cases on how to use them, and that is going to allow us to get up and running when we're in unfamiliar territory. So this is where we're going to be covering in this course. If there's anything I've learned in my years working in information security and using Linux, is that no one knows everything. But the best people know where to look, they know what questions to ask, and from there, they're up and running. And that's what we're going to be looking to do in this course when it comes to your journey in learning Linux.